What's up, Internet? Kern 1776 here to continue the Tarp Shelter series. Today I'm going to show you two flying scenarios, and I ain't talking about you're going to actually be flying. We're talking about flying a tarp. And what flying a tarp means is it's up off the ground, it's not touching the ground. So I'm going to show you two iterations of a flying tarp. I'm going to do the flying A-frame, and we're going to finish off with this one here, the diamond fly, or the flying diamond. Y'all don't go nowhere. Roll the intro. All right, so we got the tarp we've been using in all the other videos, and I'm going to show you the flying A-frame. So I already got my ridge line up here. It's up high, okay? It's I don't know, 9-10 inches above the top of my head. And again, I got my pressic loops up there. So it's the same song and dance. We're gonna fly it this time. Yeehaw. So what I like to do with this tarp, since it has the 3 tie-outs in the middle, you have that middle seam right there. If you can see that middle seam goes all the way down the middle, and that's where your 3 connection points are that's going through the center of the tarp. I like to not run that center line parallel with my ridge line. I want to run it perpendicular, and reason being is it gives me tie-outs where I can pull from the side. I'll show you here in a minute. So I'm going to find my center, and I'm going to run that center ridge of the tarp perpendicular with the ridge line, like that. Don't forget your toggles. You need your toggles. So here's my first prusik. I'm going to take my center tie-out that's on the side and run it through my prusik, just like on all the others. And do the same over yonder. All right, so we got the center up, as you can see here, and again I've got my seam line perpendicular to the ridge line because I have these tie-outs here that I can use if I want to, okay? So it's hanging. I got it hanging under the ridge line. You can do it over the ridge line if you want to. Now we're just going to stake out our corners to give us the flying A-frame. And this is why I have my pre-made little guy lines already on here, so I don't have to worry about putting those on. Oh yeah, you're gonna need 4 stakes. Those right here. All right, so simple Marlin spike hitch, my preferred method. We're just gonna pull this out and stake it in. And you do the same on all 4 corners. So I figured I'd show you guys a quick reminder of the Marlin spike hitch, okay? I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna make a loop, fold it over, and I'm gonna run it, fold it over the line again, so now I got my loop over the line. Pull the line through, like so. So loop, loop over the line, pull the line through. Run your stake through there, pull your 2 lines away from each other, and that's the Marlin spike hitch. So there what we have is the flying A-frame. So the flying A-frame provides very good shelter. Great shelter from the wind, driving rain, and you have enough room where you can stand underneath the shelter as well. So going back to the reason why I like to do the seam of the tarp perpendicular is so I can use these tie-outs if I wanted to. I can pull these tie-outs out, tie off to a tree, and that provides me a little bit more room inside the shelter. Like so. The other real benefit to this type of shelter, the flying A-frame, is it's perfect for having a hammock up underneath it. Just in case you're wondering what I'm using here, I just got some webbing with a clip. Did a Marlin spike with a toggle right here. Got a little titanium toggle. And this is a whoopee sling. And what's cool about a whoopee sling is, not only is the name funny, but it is a buried suspension device, which means it's kind of like a Chinese finger trap. The line goes inside of itself here, and I can adjust my hang by just pulling here to shorten the whoopee sling, or I can come back here and pull it out to lengthen the whoopee sling. And then it's like a finger trap, so it won't pull once it tightens on itself. So really cool suspension system. I like it because it gives me tons of adjustability. So I take the loop of my whoopee sling, go over the toggle, and I make sure that I'm on the knot, not the toggle. I'm on the knot, not the toggle. Not the knot, I'm not on the toggle. That's a donkey. I'm not on the toggle, I'm on the knot. You see that? Right there, see that? It's on the knot, not on the toggle. So the tension is on the knot. If you don't do it that way, you're not doing it right. It should be on the knot. Yeah, I said that right. So now I simply take this. This is I think this is called a Dutch hook. And I just hook it onto the continuous loop on my hammock. And then stretch it out. And hook to the other side, like so. This is why I like the whoopee slings. I know this has nothing to do with the tarp, but this stuff's cool, so I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna do a separate video on this stuff anyway. But as you can see, my hammock's hanging pretty low. My ridge line on the hammock is very loose. So I'm just gonna tighten up the whoopee sling like that. I like my foot in a little higher than my head in. We'll tighten this one up just a tick. Right there. So now that I have my hammock where I want it, pull my tarp back over and stake it out, just like before. And there you have it. You got your hammock suspended under your shelter. I've got that side there pulled out. I haven't done this side yet, but you get the idea how it gives you a little bit more room in there. And you have your hammock here. So now you can lay in your hammock. You got shelter over you. All is well, right? So that's the flying A-frame with one side pulled out. You can pull the other side out, obviously. I'm gonna show you one more thing you can do with this. It's kind of cool. The flying A-frame in porch mode. So the flying A-frame in porch mode is just like the other shelters I've shown you in porch mode. You can just lift the front up using trekking poles or some sticks you find in the woods, and it gives you a better view of the area. So at night, when you get ready to go to sleep, you may want to have it down in the flying A-frame. During the day, if you're just hanging out at camp, you can have it in porch mode, and you can see what's going on around you, hang out with your buddies, watch the campfire, all that good stuff. So again, just take your poles, extend your pole, put your loop over, make a loop with your guy line, and stake it out. Do the same to the other side. It's like the cameraman moved on me. God, this thing's so aggravating. Stay right there. Don't move. Well, move over here first. Now you're cooking. And there you have it in porch mode. So now you can sit in your hammock, hanging out, campfire, have a view of what's going on out in front of you, and you got yourself a little porch area. Yeah. How about that? So the second flying shelter I'm going to show you can also be used with a hammock. A lot of people use them with hammocks. It is the diamond fly. The flying diamond. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Get rid of these poles. We don't need these right now. And I'm going to take the stakes, the tie outs loose back here as well. So the flying diamond, or the diamond fly, is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to move this tarp so that instead of being in the middle and square, we're going to bring the corners off to the side. So we're going to find a corner. We're going to take that out towards the front. We're going to take corner, put it into our prusik. And our opposing corner, we're going to put it into the prusik. Pretty simple, yeah? Didn't figure I need to give you a close-up of doing that because you've seen it many times already. My trees might not be far enough apart. Uh-oh. There we go. My trees are almost too close. But you get the idea from seeing that. It's like a napkin over the hammock, okay? So now we stake out these corners, create our diamond shape over the hammock. Roll, roll. All right, so here we have the diamond configuration over the hammock, the flying diamond. I need to be a little tighter up here. I'm pretty close to being as tight as I can get it, but my trees aren't quite far enough apart. But you get the idea. Now, what this setup offers is a little bit more side protection. From the sides here, you get a little bit more protection. You get more of your suspension system typically underneath the tarp system. So that's a plus. Does really good in wind. Of course, you can bring it down lower if need be, and it'll get the tarp even down closer to the ground to help with any cross wind or whatever going underneath you while you're in the hammock. And of course, you can use a pole on this end to raise it up so that you can see a little better out of it if need be. So there you go, yeehaw. 2 flying tarp demonstrations, if you will. The A-frame and the diamond fly, or the flying diamond. So again, go out in the woods, try this stuff out, familiarize yourself with them, see what you like about them, see what you don't like about them, play around with it, see if you can come up with a better way to do it. You know, it's always good to learn, right? And that's what we're here for. Teach you a few things or get you thinking enough to go out and teach yourself your own things, right? So I enjoy making these videos. I hope you're enjoying this Tarp Shelter series. I got more coming, so y'all be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you're notified when I got more videos posted. Like, comment down below, share with your friends, and I'll see you soon with more of this shelter series. Yeehaw. I'm gonna take a nap under my flying diamond. My flying diamond. Oh, won't you fly, you beautiful diamond. Yeah, I make videos. I'm not a singer.